the sooner I accepted death, the sooner I started really living. My grandmother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's about 6 years ago. And you wouldn't know how to feel about this subject unless you go through it. I mean, you can see it from an outside lens, but it's very different when you're going through it. I often have these dreams, these vivid dreams. About the day that my grandma will pass away. And it's the same recurring dream over and over. And I think that's my mind getting me ready for it. Because I know it's coming, and it will come sooner than I will expect it. Because like my other grandma, who recently passed away with Alzheimer's, it was unexpected. But in this dream, it's just me sitting next to her at the bedside at the hospital and just holding her hands, and her just looking at me straight in my eyes. And I'm just sitting there. No words are spoken, just a touch of the hands. And then she's gone. I can't tell you what or how I would feel or how I'm going to react when that day happens, because this is the most impactful person in my life. And to see her go through this disease where it just takes her mind away, where I can't conversate to her about things that I wish I could still talk to her about. I can't. I can no longer drive up, go to the house and just sit there and talk to her. Me and my grandma, we have a very special relationship in terms of that. We talk about everything, from politics to finance to anything of interest. We would talk about. She taught me a lot of lessons in life, and I will carry that with me until the day I'm gone, and I'm most likely gonna pass those lessons on to my kids. Alzheimer's, it's such a crazy disease that takes the person you love away from you slowly, and slowly over time they just lose who they are. You can no longer do the things that you once did with them. The way I see Alzheimer's is you grieve twice. The first grief is when you find out the diagnosis and you realize, shit, they're not going to be the same. So you go and try to do all this things with them, in a short amount of time, where you still can, because it's going to come. It's inevitable. You will also grieve a second time when they pass away, because it's like they turn into a different person. Like I said, you live and learn. Life is going to be full of these challenges, and you just have to take it one day at a time, because life wouldn't be life and cherishable if everything just went your way and it was easy. I believe honestly that if she didn't come in my life during the pivotal time that she did, my life would have spiraled downwards, because I didn't want to be at home. Coming home was something I didn't want to go to. My memories of her picking me up, and we would drive around just to conversate and learn the English language. I didn't realize how hard English was until later on. Through her education, her compassion, and just her personality of just getting up and going, just chasing my dreams. She always wanted me to do the things that made me happy. And I didn't realize this till I hit like my late 20s, that how special my relationship with my grandma was. As a teen, I was kind of grumpy because of what happened at home, and I wouldn't say not like being around her, but I didn't like to do all this stuff, like travel and all that stuff with her, because I wanted to be with my friends. But thinking back in hindsight, damn, I wish I would have embraced it more, because those memories, they actually live in me, rather than hanging out with my friends just doing dumb stuff like drinking and stuff. But you live and you learn. She taught me that being American isn't where you were born, it's what you bring to this country. Because in reality, America is like full of different people, and our strength is our differences, and the courage to care, the strength to believe in better even when the world is at its worst. My grandma was a very strong woman who raised 3 kids on her own because her husband left her. He had a secret family of 3 other kids, and he left her to become a drunk, and she had to put herself through school and take care of those 3 kids at the same time. And she did all that. I don't know anyone else that's as strong as her. She's so strong-willed. I mean, this woman bungee jumped like twice at the age of 79. Like, I don't know anyone else that has done that. I haven't even bungee jumped. I mean, I will one day. One of the most memorable memories I had with her was when we were traveling to Nepal. We did like a 13-day trek on the lower Annapurnas. You guys don't know what that is. It's like the lower section of the Mount Everest range. Because obviously we weren't climbing Mount Everest. And it was, I loved it. It was so fun. I've never seen brighter stars at night than there, and I still remember to this day. I quit smoking during that trip because I secretly was smoking, and she didn't know I smoked. And being a teen, I was devastated because I was like, how am I gonna smoke cigarettes when I'm with her 13 days and she's gonna know? So I just weaned off smoking cigarettes and basically cold turkey for the 13-day hike. And it was like some steps were so steep, and I had to like climb those steps coughing like crazy because, you know, a smoker's lungs. And here is my grandma. She's like 5'4", and she's climbing the steps ahead of me. I'm like a teen. I have a whole life ahead of me, and I'm like struggling climbing these steps, taking breaks, and she would just keep going on with the tour guide. We were walking down this steep hill, and our tour guide, he's kind of weird, but he kept on wanting to take breaks every, like, I don't know, it was like every 3 hours. I feel like he wanted like a big long break, and my grandma didn't want to take that many breaks, so we just had it. So we kind of went at our own pace, but not too far from each other. But I remember on like the last few days, we're going from a different area to a different area. I forgot. This is 2005, so it's been a while before the big earthquakes hit Nepal. We're walking down these hills, and there was like this water buffalo. Like, I'm from Vietnam, so I've seen water buffaloes. It was charging down the hill, like rampaging, charging down the hill, and it ran past us. And we're like, what the hell is going on? And we looked, and then to our right, down there, was a cow. So I guess this buffalo was mad at the cow, and it was chasing the cow. It was just weird. We were like, it barely missed us. There was a huge animal, and there was like no one around. And they had like donkeys that were just like going down the mountains in like groups of like 15, 20, and it was just like them walking down. It was like the guy that was guiding them down the hill was like way far back. I drank yak milk, and it's probably the best milk I've ever had in my life. Some locals invited us in, and they cooked a chicken that they killed for us. It was the best chicken I ever had, but it was intense. It was I think some Tibetan, and our tour guy was he was Sherpa, so it was a very interesting experience. But back to the subject. And even when Alzheimer's began to steal pieces of her mind, her love, her spirit, that stayed. And I feel like the soul remembers what the brain forgets. I remember how she picked me up from school and would drive around counting bird nests, eating ice cream, just talking, so I could learn English better. But what she really taught me was how to live, how to love, and how to stand. Even when life felt like it was falling apart, to bring those values she taught me and the legacy she will leave behind. I just feel blessed and fortunate to have her in my life, and there are a lot of stories that I will talk about that will have to do with her, because she is the most important chapters in my life. And I can say with 100% certainty that if I didn't meet her when I met her, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. I had a lot going on, and I was a very sad kid that was dealt a very horrible hand. I was gifted her, and she changed my life. If you have a family member that's going through Alzheimer's or substance abuse or any kind of pain that life brings towards us, I just want you to know, we live on this planet for a very short time, and you should cherish the times you're here and live your life every single second as if it's the last, and keep pushing forward, because you don't know about when it'll be your turn. Just be fortunate that you have people that love you in your life. Don't take anything for granted, and know that life comes with hardships, and they all can and will occur together. I didn't lose people for like 20 years of my life, and then I lost 5 people within 2 years. Like Jordan Peterson said, become the monster. You want to be that person that can walk into a funeral and be okay, handle the business and do what you gotta do, and then leave unchanged, unfazed. I'm not saying to be like a robot and just like not have emotions. You want to live life where the uncertainties of life, you want to expect them, because they will come and there's nothing stopping them. But also don't forget to take time to breathe air, meditate, just think about it, life, and how happy you are in the moment. Because how fortunate are you to be able to walk outside and feel the wind blowing in your hands, or go on a hike, or see the beach. It's just stuff like that we take for granted. How many of those experiences do you get? So every time you go on one of those experiences, I want you to take a deep breath and enjoy your time. Live in the moment. Be present. Be living at that very moment and enjoy that moment, because that's what life should be all about. Living the moment. If you're always constantly chasing the future, you're not living. Because in order to live life fully, you have to accept that you're in the present and you're moving at this pace. The future is good to plan, to do things, but it's not everything. And do not dwell in the past, because the past is the past for a reason. But also, remember the past. The lessons of the past teach you of who you are today. Without the past, you wouldn't be who you are today. So live your life and live it fully, not just for yourself, but for the ones who went ahead. I can't fathom a day without my grandma. When I think about it, she wouldn't want me to be stuck in the limbo of pain and just be so sad and grief that I can't do anything. She would want me to keep doing what I'm doing in life and pursue my dreams. And for that, I have to be strong, and I have to do that for her. And that's all you can do for the people you love. Because no one goes through life without losing loved ones. It's impossible. It's gonna happen. I just say, just be ready for it. I know this topic is very grim and sad, but I feel like it's a topic that needs to be talked about, because you don't live life fully until you accept that death will come to you one day. I'm totally different after I realized that. I was so afraid of death that I wasn't taking enough risk. And without risk in life, you're not really living. Is someone staying in the house 24/7 and not leaving ever because they're scared of getting in a car accident and dying? Is that living? No. Peak living is the people that go out and challenge themselves and do things. The ones that pursue their dreams, even if it's risky. You know, I just know that when my grandma passes away, I will be okay. I know that I will be in pain. I will suffer while I'm in that pain, but I will be okay. Because how do I know that? Because she taught me the strength I needed to move forward. She got me ready for stuff like that. And when that happens, I know for a fact I'll be okay. It'll just be a painful few years. She will always live with me through my values that she taught me. As Maya Angelou once said, people will forget what you said, they'll forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So if you're facing Alzheimer's or watching someone you love disappear piece by piece, don't focus on what's gone. Focus on what remains. The touch, the warmth, the look in the eyes that says, this is not the end, because love, real love, it lives in the soul. And the soul cannot be silenced. Legacy isn't what we leave behind. It's who we carry forward.